Welcome back for another energy healing session. Today's session is going to be about substance abuse and addiction in general. So this is personally a subject that is near and dear to my heart because I have struggled with it in my own life. So we are going to be doing a session around the mindset and energetics associated with someone who is working on cutting those toxic habits and cycles out of their life. Disclaimer, if you are currently struggling with alcohol or drugs and you feel that you're physically dependent on it, please seek medical attention if you're trying to quit, because physical withdrawals from these substances can be very dangerous. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get ready for this session. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Misty. This is my little ASMR yoga studio where we practice yoga, breath work, meditation, and energy healing in an ASMR style. So if that sounds like something that you might like, stick around, watch this video, and if you enjoy it, you can give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so with that in mind, we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with a smoke cleanse. I typically use incense, but today we are going to be using some dried sage from my garden. So I always start all of my sessions with a smoke cleanse. It's a great way to clear the space energetically that I'm working in. It begins to move stagnant old energy out of our auras, out of our space, to make way for newer positive energy. So we've got some sage here in this little dish that I'm just going to burn. Hopefully it works. So, I personally quit drinking in June of 2020. So I'm coming up on 2 years being alcohol free. I may or may not have mentioned already or in a previous video that I also grew up with alcoholic parents, self-described alcoholic parents, okay? And so I've been around addiction my entire life. I mean, as long as I can remember, I've known what addiction was and how it can negatively affect people. Just really quick, for me, I didn't have some huge, terrible bottom, okay? I just always drank more than I wanted to drink. In quantity as in the amount I drank when I was out, and as well as how often I was drinking. So I would say in my late 20s, I really started questioning my relationship with alcohol, and I really just started wondering if life would be better if I was not drinking. And I spent a lot of years questioning that before I finally decided to take a break from drinking to see how it affected my life. And yeah, so I haven't had a drink in almost 2 years. Needless to say, life is much better for me personally without alcohol in my life. I'm just gonna light this one more time so that we're really getting a good cleanse here without burning my finger. Okay. So, between my own struggles and growing up with parents that struggled, and then of course quitting drinking, and spending the last couple of years really working on healing myself, working on figuring out why I was drinking the way I was, why I used drugs the way I did when I was in my early 20s. And in my personal research, I have found that I believe most addiction is fear-based in some way. I think everybody's fears are different, but the root cause of why they started drinking or doing drugs in the first place is rooted in fear. Okay, I think that's really good. We're gonna set that off to the side. So, fear of not being good enough, fear that we're not gonna fit in. I think this particularly applies if you started drinking or doing drugs when you're a teenager. So that fear of not fitting in, not being good enough, people not liking you for who you are, just not feeling enough as we are to get through life, right? So we start drinking and doing drugs, and as with all things, it becomes this habit, this cycle that just progresses over time. I think a lot of people start drinking or maybe using drugs because they're afraid of their emotions. They're afraid of their feelings. Maybe they're going through some struggles in life and they're just afraid of dealing with things. So they drink or use drugs to numb. It's their way of dealing with it, when obviously they're not dealing with it. They're just trying to forget about it, really. And then I think there's people that have a fairly normal life. They didn't really start drinking for any major reason. They didn't struggle with it mentally or emotionally. However, as time has gone on, they have, they're in their late 30s, mid 40s now, and they've been drinking every day after work for 20 years, and all of a sudden they find that they can't stop, So I think there's a lot of ways that we can progress into being addicted to substances. And I do think, like I said, that the majority of them are rooted in some type of fear. So, we are going to, first I'll give you your tea. I almost always forget. we have a really nice cup of, it's a mixed herbal tea. It has licorice, dandelion, hibiscus, and chamomile. So I will give this to you to help just relax you for this session, soothe your mind, soothe your body. And then we're going to start, I'm just going to begin to gently pluck some of those fear-based thoughts in your mind out. Okay, so as I said, I think there's a wide range of fears that can cause people to have their addiction issues. So if you are personally struggling with something, go ahead and start to bring those thoughts and fears to the front of your mind. And I'm just going to begin to gently pluck them out. So as I gently pull out these thoughts, these fear-based thoughts, I want you to keep in mind that we are not our thoughts, okay? Our thoughts are just that. They're things we think based on our observations, based on our surroundings. And thoughts are just that, they're just thoughts. And when we can learn to observe them, like let them come, let them be, observe them, but do so without judgment. Life's going to get a lot easier when you can do that. And as with all things, it just takes practice, okay? So you may have been practicing your whole life, running away from thoughts that scared you. And today, you can start practicing letting them come, observing them, and then you can just pluck them out, let them go. Okay. I think that's really good for now. Let's go ahead and we're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths together, okay? So blow all of your breath out and inhale, hold, exhale. Again, inhale, hold, exhale. One more time, inhale, hold, exhale. Next, we are going to take this amethyst. See if I can get it. And I recently discovered, I read somewhere, that amethyst used to be worn to prevent drunkenness. It was believed that the amethyst would temper a person from overindulging by enhancing their perceptions and grounding awareness. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it is part of the reason I picked the amethyst for today. We are going to use the energy of the amethyst to transmute our energy that might cause compulsive behavior and transmute it into positive energy that is detached from compulsion. Okay? So I'm just going to comb this amethyst through your aura. And as I do that, I want to take a second to talk about alcohol addiction in particular, simply because alcohol is legal and alcohol is advertised to us on a daily basis, and we are told that alcohol is going to make us happy. Alcohol is going to help relieve our problems. Alcohol is going to help us have fun with our friends. If we're going through a hard time, alcohol can help to comfort us. You know, it's amazing how much alcohol is sold to us. And so I guess I just want to put this gentle reminder in here that if you struggle with alcohol, and not so much, that you feel like you're an alcoholic per se, but if you're just a normal person that is questioning their drinking and is just questioning how much they drink or how much society drinks in general, like, it's okay to question that, because I don't think it's normal how alcohol is pushed onto us as a society. So just keep that in mind. You can even just start to observe how many commercials come on TV selling you alcohol. The glitzy, glamorous bars in every restaurant. It's just everywhere. And I don't really think it's our fault that so many people have gotten stuck in that habit cycle of drinking. So if you're feeling stuck in it right now, just know that you are not alone. So many people, including myself, have been there. And there is definitely freedom in reassessing your relationship with alcohol and perhaps taking a break from alcohol or just practicing a more mindful way of drinking. Now, if you're watching this and you know that you can't drink in moderation, or it's just better for you to not drink in moderation, that is 100% okay too. That is currently the boat that I am in. I am not yet ready or willing to try moderating alcohol based on my past experiences. Okay. I think that looks really good. Just get a little bit on the sides right here. All right. So we really want to start practicing new mindset habits. It's one of the first things you have to do when you're trying to change any pattern or behavior. And for me personally, I started with number one, telling myself every day that alcohol was a poison, okay? What society and advertisement tell me about alcohol isn't the actual truth, okay? Alcohol is not an elixir of life that's going to solve all my problems. Alcohol is actually ethanol, which is a class 3 carcinogen and is poisonous to human beings. That's why we throw up when we drink too much. So I had to start telling myself that every day, like, today I am not putting poison into my body. I had to start practicing a lot of positive affirmations, telling myself that I am okay just the way I am. I am worthy of having the life I dream of. I'm worthy of safety, security, happiness, joy, love. And I'm worthy of having all of those things without using external substances to get it. So I would start with something like that. You know, I'm not choosing to put whatever it is into my body because it's poison. It's bad for my body. It's bad for my mind. It's bad for my soul. And reminding yourself that you are worthy of living the life that you dream of in an authentic and just beautiful, memorable way. It's so nice to remember everything that I do and say now. So, alright. So, I purposely had the camera out of focus for you guys to relax you. To finish the session, we're just going to do a little quick spray, aura spray, if you will. It's made with peppermint, so it's nice and refreshing. It's going to lift our spirits. When we walk out of here, being rid of all of that old negative energy and thought patterns, and walk into this new way of practicing how we think, about those toxic habits that we have. Okay, so I'm just going to spray it all around you. Let's go right back up. Then we're just going to fluff it all up. Leaving here today, just remembering that we can break those toxic patterns anytime. Whenever you're ready to do it, you can do it. Okay. You just have to remember that you are worthy of whatever it is that you want in life. And that those changes are possible. All right, I think that's really good for today. If you enjoyed this session, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you are looking to maybe take a little bit of a deeper dive in your relationship with alcohol, I actually have a course. It's a mini course, starter kit, if you will. It's called Break Up with the Booze. It's all about working on your mindset. There's meditations, breathing techniques you can use, and it's only $27. I'll link it down below. And other than that, I hope that you guys have a really good weekend, and I will see you on Sunday for a stretching session and a meditation to help with toxic habit cycles and letting them go. All right, so until Sunday, I'll see you guys later.